And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Gunsmith. Alright, I've kind of ground out here. I had a nice burst of orders for clothing and was able to build up some money, and look at this. I've even bought this space in here. So yeah, it took a little time. You know, the day marker on the bottom there, but I managed to get that, and so we can actually move some of these processes over. Also, just tinkering with the UI, I discovered this little gem down here, free cam. Click that, and oh yeah, we can cruise around, and yeah, it's awesome. So great stuff. I'm gonna move as much of this stuff back here as I can. You are also gonna move. Okay, and then you are gonna move over here. So, and I've been watching the market really closely and kind of buying stuff when I need it, kind of getting it going, managing my resources quite effectively. I've also discovered a little thing here. So the crafting speed on these bullet punchers is 5 seconds. The output speed of this thing is 2 seconds. So one dispenser would be able to run 2 bullet punchers. So I want to optimize this setup a little bit for the NATO rounds, which is all this stuff over here. And this is going to be kind of tricky because there's a lot of stuff over here that I got to move. So let's get this stuff all moved over. Oh, was that a save? Why is this blocking me right there? I think the camera, the focal point is like right in the middle, and if it hits a barrier, you can't actually rotate it around. So let's get some of this stuff set up way over here. I want to have the line going across. So we're gonna go out like this. We're gonna move this out, this thing. I kind of want to keep these in the order that they are needed. Now I have some more room to shuffle some more stuff around. Okay, so we need cooler, heater. We're definitely going to need the incline. Now all this stuff, again, we'll be able to optimize this a little bit. Why is this on? This should not be on. Turn that off. All this stuff is off. Now maybe I missed that for the hitbox for that shaker is a little off. So we're gonna move all this stuff out, kind of get out of this corner. Okay, so you, and you. I'm gonna scoop that up. Okay, now move on a little bit more out here. So let's just move all of this stuff as far as we can. I mean, I could just buy all new equipment, but that would be a huge waste. And I've already got all this stuff ready to go, so Okay, I think other than the conveyor belts, which, let's face it, are a little less important, always will have use of more conveyor belts. So let's start this off over here. I want a dispenser, maybe even two. I may want to expand the NATO rounds even more. So let's open our cookbook and get the NATO rounds here, just to make sure I build this right. Bullet puncher, okay, and you. So first things first, let's get the dispenser. The dispenser, we're gonna have belts, merging, shaker. Where was the splitter? There it was. So we're gonna have a splitter coming out of each one of these. So we're gonna have brass sheets coming out, and we're gonna split those between the two. Now we need heater to come out. Should we heat? Should we maybe put the heater like that? So dispense them and then heat them, and then we can punch them. So that is going to be a little tricky because we have one puncher that can go right up next to it like that, but the other puncher, of course, is the wrong direction. So we could maybe do that. That might work. So they're heated, they're going to be punched. Now we need to shake them. But the issue is shakers, they need to be elevated to be shaken after they're punched. So I'm thinking, how are we gonna manage that? Let's grab this. That's not lined up at all. Do that. So that takes care of that. We need a thin one to do there. I'm thinking maybe. Hoping that works. Now let's grab another tiny one and mirror that on this side. And another elevated one. I think one right here is elevated. Okay, now we need the shakers. So let's move all this stuff down the line, because they need to be punched individually. Or extruded, I'm sorry. Extruded. So they need to be shaken. I mean, yeah, you could add another merger in there, or a splitter in there, so you'd only need one shaker. But I'm thinking this is now going to be a little off. Yeah, see, we can't snuggle that up close, so I'm thinking this is going to have to be offset. We'll see if this works. Like that. And I cannot forget to add the little itty bitty one in there. Otherwise, they're just going to all drop on the ground. Don't want that. So now that they're Now that they're extruded, now we can merge the two lines together, heat them, and then cool them in a line. So let's take this, heat 1, heat 2, cool 1, cool 2, and then I'm just gonna buy some more belts here. So this belt here, kind of want to go off 1 square here, just to make that happy. And then how about a belt like that, like that. So now they're going to be merged finally, and we're going to go down the line here. We need to shake them off again. Now, I could probably optimize this even more by merging or using a little bit more of this space that we have. Let's give it some room here. And belt here. Okay, a little bit more compressed. And now we need to shake it, so we need an incline belt. Or do we want to do that even more? Can we fit this in? Ooh, we could fit this in over here. That would be even better. Okay, now we need another shaker. Where'd my other shaker go? Shaker. I thought I had another shaker around here. Oh, there it is. Way over here. Okay. And now we need to do one more heat. Like so. And then we can put in the capper former thing. And we need to move this back out like that. So that's the primer. Topper, boxer. Where's the capper former? Bullet primer. Where did the capper former go? Am I missing? Bullet extruder. And the heat, cool, shake, heat, capper former. Where did that go? I'm not seeing it anywhere. I mean, that's the chemical dispenser. That's the primer. That's what this step is down here. I'm missing... How am I missing? Ah, there it is. Come here, you. Okay, so this needs to go like that. Or, I mean, I could always rotate this another way, but I think that will work. Now we can go into priming. So priming, like this is the primer propellant. Oh, this is the line. Actually, that would work rather well. I need to line this up right. Pretty sure. Ooh, no, see, it's coming out this way. So that won't work. That is where this would have to be, and I really don't have room for the chemical dispenser at all. Like, yeah, that's where that has to go. The dispenser, that's a big beast of a machine. Right in here is where that would have to go. And then we need a 2-meter belt. Like that. And that's where chemical will go in. We need another one of those there. That's where the bullets will go in. And then topper, which is this little guy here. It's really hard to see that arrow. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to kind of... Let's give ourselves a little bit more space. Make sure that lines up. Can I snuggle that any closer? I could. Let's put a short belt right out there and see if we can get this. Yeah, look at that. Perfect fit. Right next to the chemical dispenser. Perfect. Okay, and then this guy, we're going to have another belt like that. Line that up nicely. Okay, so the bullet topper, then we got the bullet boxer, and then we have the final boxer right there. And this guy goes, yeah, this is going to be a little tricky, but kind of snuggle him right back in there. Ooh, yeah, that's not going to work. Let's get a longer belt. And then see if we can. No, that's... Why is this so hard to see where this is? There we go, right there. Okay. That is a much more compressed, optimized line. And I have room. I can basically double this up to this point, and I can shove even more bullets into here. So let's look at how that would work. We can go out here, and we have heater, and then we're going to have a splitter. Like so. Okay, and then this line needs to get moved out. So we have, let's look at belts. I do want to grab the belts that I have over here, just because that will save me a little bit of money. I mean, why buy new when you can use what you've got already? Okay, group details, NATO ammo line, right there. Let's close you for now. Okay, so trying to mirror this. I don't know if a mirror is the right term. Definitely trying to replicate. Okay, these are bullet punchers. So punching, bullet puncher. I want one right up there, one right there. Okay, and then I need one of these on each one of these. So let me grab this one. Wrong direction. I need some incline belts. There's one. There's two. Shakers. 1, 2 of those. Those go right into bullet extruders. Forming. Yep, bullet extruders. 1, 2 of those. And then they basically can go right into the line. So they can just get merged right into here. Let's see how many belts it's going to take. Just like that. Because from there on out, it's pretty much exactly the same. And these things don't have an input-output rate, so they basically can run without problems. So we want NATO rounds. So NATO. And these same things, NATO punched. So we're going to do NATO. And now pretty much everything else is exactly the same. Let's get these out here. These are sort of extras. That we can use when we manage the other line. Okay, so the line itself, I kind of want... Where did the... There it is. Now I want to add you. All of that. Let's make sure all the rest of this stuff is already a part of the process. Okay. So that's a much expanded route. Do we have enough power to turn this on? Because I've got a couple orders here. Oh, I can do this one. 22 LR, 30 grand. Let's hit that up. Let's check this line to see. Ooh, yeah, we are a little low on that. We've we got 52 more in there ready to go. I'm thinking, yeah, these finally ran out of brass sheets. But I kind of want to redo this line as well. This is my 22 long rifle. Thank you to the comment section for that. So yeah, we're gonna spit out quite a few gun cottons here. Let's look at the market. Oh, we got some good amount. Let's do 100 of these and these. And how are we doing on brass rolls? Are these finally done on the brass rolls? They are, but I do want to expand this. Maybe move this setup for brass rolls up over where we were over there. So let's turn free cam on, get ourselves a little bit more of an oblique angle here, and move all of this up there. Yeah, I know I just moved all the conveyor belts out from over here, but it is what it is. Okay, let's turn this back off. Okay. Because I do, when I finally move all this stuff out of here, I want to expand the chemical processing that I've got. Because we can use quite a bit of all of this stuff. It's weird that the crafting speed is twice that of the output speed. It's bizarre to me. Okay, we're gonna go over here and try to manage this. First, let's kick on this just to make sure everything is good to go. I want to kick this on before we end the episode. Power it on. Alright, the whole thing comes to life. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. All of the bullets are wrong. They're not moving. So, can I move that? Basically, the whole setup has to move down one. Well, I'm kind of glad I left myself a little wiggle room. I'm not sure where all those bullets went. They're probably in my inventory somewhere. Okay. Okay, and then the shakers. Yeah, I'm really glad I tested that for a second, because that would have been a bad thing. It's weird that those don't line up perfectly. Like, okay, anyway, I'm not going to bother with it. Okay, so that needs to go, that needs to go. That's kind of concerning. Is that... Okay, it's just a issue with the render. So let's move this out. And then instead of that being a small one, let's do that as a big one. Okay, so we've got a bunch of bullets that we just extruded. I have a stray. There he is. Yeah, just a miscellaneous dispenser. Because they made it up to here. So we should have quite a few 5.56 NATO punched in our output here. So let's look. 5.56 NATO punched. We got just tons and tons of stuff in here. Well, let's not turn that guy on just yet. Let's power this thing back on. There we go. Turn this thing back on. Let's double check all of our bullets. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at how many we're getting in there. Now the big issue with this is these only produce like 15 per craft, and there's not a perfect number, which is why I wanted to double up the output. And then the brass sheets will build up, but very, very, very slowly. So I'm not too worried about that. So these are making NATO extruded. Do we have a bunch of NATO extruded that we can output over here? Output. Well, we have punched. This makes extruded. So punch to extruded. So we have 27 that are extruded, which is what these make. So if we output these, they may not, I don't know if they'll work or not, but you know, we'll try it out. Alright, we now have NATO bullets in process, which is nice. Trying to get that huge order filled. Not easy, but it's very lucrative. How are we doing on chemicals here? Not too bad. That's the one thing I gotta watch is chemicals. Let's take a look at the market again. Let's do 100 of these and 100 of these. And yeah, I think that will keep this thing humming right along. How many? Oh, you got 134. You are just fine. You can stop outputting so much. Let's turn these guys back on, because we I do need some of these bullets. So while we work, actually that's not a belt I even need. So yeah, see, we got extruded, but maybe we like didn't need them this way. So let's see if we can just put this over here and turn it on. Yeah, basically, yeah, I don't know. There's no indication as to what has been done to those bullets, so I have no idea what stage in the process they actually need to go into. But yeah, that is a well done NATO bullet machine right there. But that's going to have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.